Well, hey everyone, welcome back to our series we're doing on the 10 Commandments of Progressive Christianity. Here's the book. If you missed it in any of the previous videos, my name is Bob. I'm one of the pastors here at Millington. I'm joined by
Dave, one of the other pastors here.
Yeah, and we've been going through the different commandments in this book right here, and we've been looking at where people who prescribe to or subscribe to progressive Christianity kind of give us some half-truths and get some things wrong. So we've already looked at 7 different quote-unquote commandments. We're now on chapter 8. The 8th commandment of progressive Christianity is this: peacemaking is more important than power. Which, I got to tell you, Dave, that seems like a pretty hot topic in today's culture, the use and abuse of power, who has power. Michael Kruger starts out this chapter by writing this. He says, "For those frustrated with institutional religion, it can seem as though church leaders are chiefly concerned with having and maintaining their own power. Indeed, it might even seem like church attracts power-hungry people eager to lord it over others." And so that brings us to this 8th commandment: peacemaking is more important than power. Now, it seems to me there's some legitimate critiques in there, but again, as we've been saying, there's a bit of a half-truth here.
Each of these commandments is partially true. So that's why progressive Christianity as a whole is so compelling. There is a lot of half-truths. It seems appealing until you start to look a little deeper and look at the foundations and the implications. And so that's what Kruger does so well in this little short book, as we're supposed to contend for the faith that was once passed down, right? We're
That's
contenders.
Right. Jude 3. We are contenders. We need to be contenders.
So as far as this chapter, peacemaking, more important than power, we would say peacemaking is a good thing. Peacemaking is the 2,000 years ago, the greatest peacemaker who ever walked the face of the earth, Jesus Christ, said,
That's
"Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the sons of God."
That's right.
It means recognized as or seen to be the
Bringing
children of God.
Shalom to earth.
Yeah. So that's a biblical value. Maybe we'll call it a biblical virtue, peacemaking. But we would argue that there also is a vertical peace that has to take place that makes way for that horizontal peace. And so that's kind of left out. And I would also add, not all power structures are inherently bad. There is such a thing as bad authority, authoritarianism, but I think we need to make a distinction between authority and then authoritarianism, sort of a top-down, always a heavy hand, always an oppressive kind of authority. Yeah. The answer to bad authority is not no authority. The answer to bad authority is good authority.
Yeah, it certainly seems like nowadays, in culturally speaking, people have a problem with authority in general, but the question might be, why do you have a problem with that authority? Is it because I want to be my own authority?
Yeah.
Yes, there's, as you said, there's some breakdowns there.
Yeah. So, I mean, when you think about the authority structures in your local church, you have to ask, does the authority here build up or are they putting down? And can a church leader effectively use their authority to uphold truth and reject error? I think the answer is yes. There is a place for authority, and it's something that God has instituted in his church. And so, yes, there's such a thing as bad authority, but I also think that God has ordained authority. There's a great passage in 2 Samuel where King David is talking about when righteous rulership exists, it's like it's like rain coming down on the earth, and the earth is flourishing, and people want to be under good leaders. That's why all the kids want to get a certain teacher for their class. That's why all the baseball players want to play for a certain coach. That's why you want to work for a certain boss.
Yeah.
We inherently know there's such a thing as a good leader. They're a servant leader. Jesus is the ultimate model for that. But I don't think the right answer is to say there's no such thing as a godly use of leadership.
It's a great illustration about the teacher and the manager.
Yeah. So half true, but not a complete truth. So that's
true.
Commandment number 8.
I before we go away from that, I would also say, if you wanted to delve a little bit more into maybe some of the legitimacy of this, Michael Kruger did write a book called Bully Pulpit that's come out recently, talking a little bit about some of the spiritual abuse in the church. So that's kind of the truth of this, but I think, as he would always say in here, as he would say in the book here, a half-truth, and we do need good authority.
Yeah.
So,
Very good.
Commandment 8.